Everyone, my name is Melanie and welcome to our very first podcast episode at Venturous Talk here. I'm also the member of the digital marketing team for Venturous PR, and today we have two special guests joining us today, which is Jodi and Haidi, and they are our head agencies of Venturous PR. We are going to be answering some questions that you guys have for them, and just to know more about what Venturous PR is all about. So yeah, let's begin. But before that, I just want to ask you guys, how have you been during this pandemic? Have you guys been occupying your time? I know you guys miss campus life because we haven't been back for a very long time. So how are you guys?
How are we?
Basically just like having classes online, and we just got a great news, which is we are going back to our campus on 18th of October. So
Yeah.
I believe that would again change everything lah. But yeah, still for our Venturous PR, this everything will still goes online. Yeah. So actually our plan still remains lah.
Okay.
I guess we could only say that we do miss campus. We miss a lot. Our whole second year has been online, and I personally miss the family mart and the waffles that having. Yeah, when you walk out of class, you just smell the waffles and it's like comfort. So yeah.
Taylor's has really a lot of great food there.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of vendors. Yeah.
I like their chicken rice. I don't know.
Oh my god, yes.
I never tried that
the butter
before.
chicken.
So
Okay, just one semester there. It's normal.
okay, so let's jump right into it. Yeah? Okay, so the first question is what everyone obviously wants to know is, what is Venturous in general all about, and what kind of services does Venturous provide?
Okay, so what's Venturous in general? Venturous, okay, we actually extended our Venturous into Venturous PR. So by the name itself, we are a student-led PR agency who is guided by a senior PR expert and also our mentor, Mr. Haidi. And like different from other PR agencies, we are supported and also partnering with a lot of giants related to this field.
Yeah.
And also we are offering a range of PR services, but mainly still depends on the client's need lah. Then yeah, maybe Jodi, you want to share some of it?
Yeah. So like Venturous in itself, the name is going to be public relations focused, right? So that is how we're going to start off now. If for the viewers you don't know, we are actually final year students of Taylor's University. We are from the School of Mass Comm, and we are so excited to actually about launch Venturous PR for you guys. And it's not just for our juniors, but also for potential clients out there who wish to have our services, And what kind of services do Venturous PR? We can give you a list, honestly, and the list may not vary according to a lot of PR firms out there. But one thing that we can say that we are different is that we're going to give it our all. Like really, we're quite daring students, and you will see that there is a vast difference between our characters and how we're going to execute your projects. So all I can say now is just to stay tuned.
Wow, that's really impressive of all the list of services that you've answered and said. Can you tell us how you can assure your clients that you have sufficient manpower to support all these services? I mean, you have quite of a big team, but are they fully committed and reliable, in your opinion?
Oh, if we answer this, we're going to sound so biased, man. Well, honestly, not just speaking as an agency head, we're speaking here as students, and we're speaking here as like friends ourselves, like of course teammates will work together, but we're also all friends, and we get to see like different sides of each other and our work ethics. And I can confidently say, like Haidi and I can confidently say that our team is so like out there. It's really
we have like really different experts in the team, because we are big. We have like 37 students. So everyone has different strengths and of course weaknesses, but we cover each other up.
Yes, everyone balances each other. And I think that as like students ourselves, what we like, how do I say, we can offer to people is just genuinity, our genuine like nature and our humbleness to learn and to curate content based on like what we see. And a lot of people, I would say, not a lot of people lah, but like more of like how students, you see, there's always that connotations like students, what can students offer to my firm? What can students offer to like accelerate my brand power, brand identity? And I would say that you have to meet our team, like our BODs, man, our board of directors. Like shout out to you guys, like Nicholas, Helen, Vic, Shufan, like these people and their teams are a different breed altogether. So yeah, I'm sure Mel, you're part of the team as well.
Yeah,
So
of course. Everyone really does cooperate really well, and I think everyone just works well together no matter what at the end of the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
definitely.
of course, as students, we are not rigid.
Yeah,
We don't have a fixed mindset yet. So we are fresh and like we are just very unique. We are ready for any kind of different things that comes in from time to time.
yes, definitely.
Right. So, what makes Venturous so different from other competitors out there? Like, what do you think the audience would choose Venturous PR for? Like, why do you think they'll choose us?
I would say like instead of working for clients, we actually prefer to work together with all of our clients. We hope to provide the very personalized services. So clients have the floor to brainstorm ideas together with the team.
Yep.
And
Yep.
those ideas will definitely be the most suitable to their audiences. And our most significant strength is definitely our charges that compared to other competitors. Because we all know that PR services is like out there are all very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's very challenging for our targeted audiences, which is SMEs and also startups, because like our aim is to serve the SMEs and also tech startups in Malaysia. So it's very challenging for them to invest, although they are like really in need with this kind of public relations services. So Venturous is here to close the gap, and we are here to provide the most affordable yet innovative and also contemporary strategies.
Yes.
All right. Sounds like, you have a very wonderful and robust team. I'm sure that the audiences right now will be so excited and all gear up after hearing what your team has to offer everyone out there. Okay, so why do you think it's crucial to launch the Venturous PR during this period of the COVID-19 pandemic?
That's a very valid question, honestly, because if I were in the shoes of so many like different brands, SMEs and startups, it's very risky. It's very risky to start something in such a time, and we all have seen how the pandemic has treated like not just SMEs or business, but even conglomerates, and how much that has negatively impacted everyone around the world. But it's actually the right time to launch something new. One thing about the pandemic we have seen, even on Instagram, even around town, is that there are so many new businesses coming up because during the pandemic we are stuck at home, and so many people are quote unquote forced to find ways to survive, you see. And that has birthed so many new businesses, so many new startups, so many new SMEs, and you can actually see it in the research that has been done. And so many countries around the world has actually increased in terms of their businesses. And because of that, like this is the right time to start this Venturous PR, because there's so many SMEs around. So Venturous PR will be able to offer their services whoever wants to build their brand, I guess you could say. And yeah, and also it's affordable, like what Heidi has mentioned. So the best time.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Jodi said. Like, during this pandemic, a lot of SMEs and also startups have been there. Like a lot of new startups even. Then a lot of them actually, like of course we also see from the newspapers, from online portals saying that a lot of SMEs are actually shutting down during this pandemic. So there are like a lot of newcomers and also a lot of SMEs that already gone through that. Then like along the way, those that are just coming into this market, they are trying to build their brand recognition, and also those that still remains in this market, they are struggling to go further. So if we are not coming in at this moment, then when?
That's like so noble of you guys for like helping out, all the SMEs in their time of need, especially right now, and especially with the minimal charge that you guys offer as well.
Mm-hmm.
As a newly launched company, how are you going to, promote Venturous as a brand in order to attract potential customers?
We have actually planned quite some marketing strategies, but all are still digital ones, since we can't do any
Yes.
physical activities, although like all sectors are opening soon, but still we keep our all activities in digital. And also now Ventures actually represents new media technologies. So like align with this idea lah. Then we also use different kind of
Yeah.
social media platforms, websites, and also of course this platform podcast to boost our online presence. And also like mentioned earlier, we actually partner with those reputable organizations to get ourselves into the public's eyes.
Mm.
Would Venturous venture into other mode of advertisement for visibility apart from the social media platforms?
Oh yes. Like in the future, definitely for now, we are just beginning. Okay, we are gonna be very honest. We're just beginning, and who knows what the future will hold on us. But I'm sure, like with all that our team has done and our juniors that follow, we're gonna hope to hit like really big one day. And when we hit big, of course, we cannot forget about the traditional media's platform that are, like newspaper, and of course, nothing can actually beat a physical event. Because a physical event can actually offer a lot of personal and human touch to it, if you guys understand where I'm going with it, right? But because of how the pandemic is, and we have no choice but to depend on technology as of now, but if Ventures actually grows into something bigger, if two worlds collide, we can even play with things like AI and augmented reality, which I am so stoked if that were to happen, for Ventures, because it's such a huge step and a huge leap. So we're crossing our fingers here, and we're hoping one day that will actually happen.
Great. So, as mentioned before, SMEs and startups are your priority.
Yes.
Would you have the capacity to serve fairly big and established corporations in the event that you are approached by them?
For that, I would say we have to wait until how our company is. Honestly speaking, like I said before, this is just the beginning. And our hopes for it is actually like, who knows, one day if we were to be approached by a conglomerate, and will be very honored for it to approach us. Also a little bit nervous, not gonna lie, but we're gonna still execute it. Is that if Ventures were to actually collaborate with all the different mass communication schools out there in Taylor's, which we have advertising, marketing, journalism, and PR. If we were to combine all of our expertise and our powers together, we can actually tackle more than one. Yeah, a big conglomerate, because as a Tayloran myself, like Taylor's really equipped us with our best skills through our lecturers, and they've given us so many different opportunities to actually execute all of these projects. So I'm not really afraid, like if a conglomerate were to approach us, like personally. So I'm sure we can handle it fine. Yeah.
Okay, so what will be the impact of Ventures on society after its establishments?
So I
Big.
believe I believe the biggest impact is towards our main goals, which is like those SMEs and also tech startups. They can finally access to professional PR services without much budget concern. And also more and more public will get to know and also understand what actually public relation is about, and also what our value is, like our importance. Because as we mentioned previously, PR services are very expensive. So not everyone will get into this area. They will not get to know this, like what PR actually does. So with our existence, we will like shout out ourselves to all the public.
Yes.
And also hopefully our initiative can also inspire more young public relations entrepreneurs and also other universities to do this very awesome action together with us, and also bring our power to different ranges of businesses.
Yes.
I think a huge kudos goes to both of you as well for being so positive and always like helping everyone out, to be honest. Like I'm so sure Venturous will make an indelible mark after this launch with your commitment to make it becoming a huge success. And with that being said as well, what level of standards are you looking at for the services offered by Venturous PR?
Hi.
Really high?
Really, like I said, like y'all haven't met our team. Seriously, like our BODs they have set the standards for themselves. It's not even agency heads or our mentor, Mr. Haidi, who has actually set the standards. Like they have set it themselves because time and time again, every time they do something, every time they execute something, they will just leave us speechless, honestly
Yeah,
speaking.
we like legit every day we got a wow from every team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like out
capable.
of our expectation.
It's
Like
full
all
of
the
pride and,
tasks, all the outcome, the output
it's like
they're doing.
Christmas.
Yeah.
It's totally amazing.
Exactly. So I think that our standards, we are as agency heads, we can confidently say that our standards are industry professional standards. We are on par. Like we will say this and manifest this every time. Okay, we are on par with so many different agencies. Of course, we understand that SMEs or businesses have their doubts, because we're so new and we have yet to prove ourselves into the society. So we are asking for a chance, of course, but we will also show you without asking that we are able and capable to do what we can do. So that is our standard.
Yeah. So like does also like Ventures plan to develop other businesses in the near future? Do you guys see yourself doing any business?
Yeah, of course we hope and also we see ourselves in that status. But for now,
Yes.
Ventures will be managed by Taylor's University, like PR students, right? So if the school decided to go with the same plan, which is remain this agency in PR world, then we will only focus in PR industry. However, there could be possibilities where Taylor's plan to expand this agency and also maybe you can add in more different kind of industries and also students from different schools of faculty,
Yes.
then yeah, we can always look for chances for that. But all still go back to Taylor's decision.
Quite exciting though, the possibilities of
we're looking forward to that. That would be
how the
definitely
agency can actually expand. Yeah, because Taylor's honestly have equipped us very well with so many skills, so many like real life projects that we can execute, as you can tell. But of course, with the pandemic, it's so difficult to always execute events, right? But Taylor still equipped us with all of the needed skill sets and everything. So we're very excited to if Ventures were to expand and scale up, in just not just for PR, but to collaborate with so many different other schools.
Yeah.
Like can you guys imagine if like Ventures were to even collaborate with like, I don't know, biomed students?
Wow.
Like the possibility seems so far, right? But as PR students, we always like anticipate if things like that were to happen.
We won't keep ourselves in the box, in the tiny box.
Yes, we never do. We never do. If we do that, that is not how we're going to scale up. So we will always be opening out ourselves and inviting people over like, hey, work with us. You're not going to regret it. Just work with us. Yeah.
So like with that being said, right, it must have been difficult for you as pioneers of Ventures to launch its services and commit on behalf of future final students. What would you do to ensure that, the future batch of final students would carry through your goals, your visions, and your missions?
Jodi, you want to go for that?
What would ensure our juniors, right? You're asking.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, other than the fact that it's a compulsory module for them, but other than that, I would say that when you come to our stage, as a final year student, you would automatically want to do it. I wouldn't say that
prepare for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that you are obligated, but other than the fact that it's a module, but let's not look at that for now. But when you come to a point of being a final year student, you automatically have this thirst or this hunger to actually, I want to represent. I want to do it. Like, let me take this opportunity to like strive and represent Taylor's, represent yourself as a PR agency and make a mark.
Showcase whatever we can.
Yeah, make that mark in your life where you can come out like and tell people like, yo, I was part of this. You know, we did so many things, we've done so many things. And I think back when we were year one, guys, I don't think we have that mindset yet, you
We
know,
don't
because
even
we're
know
so
what
new.
is it about.
Yeah, you know, we were so new and like just like guinea pigs coming, you know, and we're just like trying different things.
Yeah.
But now that we're so sure of ourselves and we have journeyed together with our batches and our friends, um, we just want to be able to execute it, honestly. Yeah.
And also how we ensure them to go with the right track is by our directions.
Yes.
Actually, for our batch, we already set quite a clear direction and also pathway for the
Yeah.
juniors to go along the way. So we wouldn't see any issues there.
Oh, speaking of that, also, like, I think this is the best time to actually share our tagline, honestly, our Venturous tagline, which is to embrace the new difference. And I would say that is the perfect way to actually describe
Yeah.
Venturous PR, and also to inspire our juniors to actually take on the same road, because every new batch, every new semester, it's going to be different, you know, and we have to adapt it one way or another, especially aspiring PR practitioners ourselves. And we hope that with this new tagline, even our values, you know, the 3 A's, adventurous, alacrity, and ageless, we want these 3 A's to actually make sure that our juniors like understand like this is what Venturous is all about. And we are waiting for you to take the initiative to step up and just go all out.
Yes. So with that, like in the near future, like moving forward to the future, how would you guys as venturers face the upcoming opportunities and challenges?
Mm, opportunity and challenges, we definitely would embrace, like we say, like our tagline, embrace the new difference. We also
Yes.
embrace all the opportunities, and I wouldn't say challenges because all challenges comes with opportunities.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will just get it on, and also we are ready for that, I would say.
The mindset lah. It's a lot of people, when we have like the word challenges, we would be like, oh no, you know, like I don't think I'm up for it. But there are also some people like, yes, challenges, let's go.
We love challenges, you know.
You know, and we are that people. We are that people. We're like, yes, challenges. You know, we don't look
challenges
at
is
challenges.
the way we can break through ourselves.
Yes,
And also like
exactly. So
test
we would
our
like to
limits.
say,
Yeah.
yeah. So we like to like look at challenges as opportunities instead, to keep improving ourselves, just keep doing it.
And we are
Very
definitely
different.
like ready for that because we have so many pillars to support us. We have pillars, we have our mentor, and we have those partners. So like that's why we always say we are ready for challenges, because we have those backups. And we have those like very imaginative minds. We have like all like experiences and also knowledge, which are of course those are like theory, and we look forward to make it into practical.
We're quite different now, honestly, Heidi. we're quite like people be like these group of students, you know, like always going all out and everything. Yeah, so I think that's what makes Venturous stand out from so many different agencies as well, because we are really not afraid, which I am borderline being afraid of that, of not being afraid. But I guess it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a very good thing.
So, Jodi and Heidi, can you guys also give us a brief summary of the current progression in Venturous PR?
We have actually come to the half of the journey for our batch, for our project. Then I would say current progression mainly focuses on our pre-launch activities. Just a heads up, we are going to have a virtual launch on 8 November, mid of November.
17.
Yep, so 17th of November. Then like all our efforts and also our time will be put into those pre-launch activities and digital marketing strategies. Because previously we have mainly focuses on our brand, like how to set our brand, how to set the pathway, directions, and all those like blueprint. But for now, we are moving on to the execution. Like we will continue to bring more valuable, insightful, and also the most important one, engaging contents to our audiences, and also push our agency to be recognized as many people as possible. On the other hand, we are also putting more efforts into discussing with those partners to reach a consensus on how we are going to go forward. So that's so far our current progression. Everything really goes very smooth. Like, of course, there are some hiccups here and there, but yeah, we managed to settle everything satisfactorily. And also, yeah, everything quite on the way.
It's really normal to have hiccups. I would say that as agency heads, we are quite glad to see some hiccups, because if we don't see hiccups, I think that's where we should be concerned.
Yeah.
Because no groups are perfect in their own sense, no
Mhm.
matter how the people, how perfect they are, you know, like they gel well together, there's always going to be hiccups, whether it's small or big, we don't know. So the hiccups actually help grow us even further as a team, as friends even, and we will always look back at it and find them to be invaluable in terms of our journey as the PR practitioner as well.
You know, I think it's just not me, but I think the whole team thinks like, thank you guys, because you guys seem to be, so focused and have, covered all the aspects with your most impressive pre-launch plan as well. So, now we're gonna go into the tea, which is how'd you feel at the first, at the start of like being selected as the agency head in Venturous PR? I think everyone wants to know that tea.
Yeah, maybe Julie, you want to share the story? I would
My
say like story.
God.
It's very humorous.
Yeah, it was so fun. I think it was like the second week of our classes, right? It was the second week of our module, and guys, like,
The
yeah,
third
we're
time we
looking at
meeting each
you.
other.
Yeah,
It's
Venturous
just the
team,
third
we're
time,
looking at you. You did this to us. Basically, Mr. Hadid was asking for volunteers to be agency head. There wasn't like an S, so it's just one person, right? And oh my God, thank the Lord for having Heidi with me. I wouldn't be able to survive
We
as
should
one
thank the
person.
team,
Yeah, thank the team too,
We're
honestly.
not
But
doing
yeah.
that alone.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be a volunteer position, right? But that nobody volunteered. So everyone started nominating people, and Heidi got votes, and I have votes that became a tie. So it was quite a few moments where everyone's just like, "Oh, how are we going to decide?" Then one of our team members actually said, "Why don't we just have them both?" And thankfully for that, we have two agency heads, as you can see right here, and so far it's been a very, very humbling experience, because being a group leader for assignments is different than an agency head, and we all know that, because the ball game for being an agency head is so much harder, in my
By the
opinion.
name
It's hard.
itself, it's already
Yeah,
see that.
our responsibilities are more as well, because we are not just looking after ourselves, we are looking after a team of people, like 30 over to 40 people, and well, we were scared. I was scared when we were first nominated. Like, yeah, so like it's a very humbling experience, and it's because our team trusted us. They trusted us enough to for us to bring them to victory. I would say, our team, we have to make sure that they're taken care of both mentally, physically, and also like in terms of our workload. And reaching at this part of our semester, things are heavy, guys. Like university final year student, like the workload is real. Okay, the workload is real, but it's really fun if you love what you're doing.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'm sure all of us can testify to that. We are busy, but we love what we're doing.
We
And
almost blown up.
yeah, yeah, guys, really,
Every
as
day is like very hectic, but still meaningful. And also, we are very grateful to like every day in our final semester, I would say.
yes. See, as you can tell, Heidi here, she's the one who like grounds me, guys. Seriously, we are yin and yang to this agency head position. Really, it's like there's so many times where my brain will just lag and it doesn't want to come back up. And then Heidi's like, hey, look at the details, it's here.
Yeah, because
like
me and Jodi is actually like the perfect complementary of each other. Jodi is more like towards creativity and also like very jumping. Then for me, I'm more like calm, I'm more like organized, more detailed person. So yeah, we are really complementing each other, because if you ask me to do something like very creative, if you ask me to give something that's out of my mind, I would say I couldn't do that as Jodi. So yeah, thankfully we have each other, I would say.
Yeah, honestly, like the first meeting, right, Heidi and I have, guys, it's like, okay, we don't know exactly where to
Oh, yeah,
start because
sharing that.
yeah, as agency heads, right, the first week we were just like, okay, we don't know what direction, and we have to give direction to our team, that's the whole
Like
point of being
the
agency
next
heads.
meeting we actually had is
Yeah.
to give is to set the direction already.
Yeah, it's like we have to be confident. If we are not confident, our teams are going to be, they're just wondering like what are we going to do. If our agency heads don't know what to do, we don't know what to do. So like Heidi and I just kind of have to put on our big boy pants and just like we got to do it. Okay, and when we first had our meeting, it was just like our GPS was broken. We had no direction, guys. We don't
Even
know where to
started off
go.
with self-introduction
Yeah.
and also looking like trying to dig who is this, like the
Yes.
personality and all that. That's like
Yeah.
We were just like, okay, what's your MBTI? Oh, okay. Then we just figure out like, okay, you're more detail oriented, you plan things very well. And for me, like she said, like I'm a little bit more spontaneous, I'm a bit more creative. And I think taking the time to get to know people and taking the time to actually form that relationship with your leaders as well, right? It really helps. And I would say agency head is just a title, it's just a title because all of us are still learning together, we're growing together. And that as a leader is very, very important. And that is something that we need to put our pride aside. We need to put all our even if we don't agree with certain people, we don't agree with what things are doing, we need to put it aside, come together, find a solution that is best for everyone. We have no time to yell at each other, we have no time to insult each other. And I personally, and I think Heidi agrees with me, is that we don't want to do that. We are not going to be those agency heads that would just sit back and like boss you guys around.
we avoid hierarchy lah.
Yes,
We are doing this everything
I don't like
together.
hierarchy. Yes, it's win together, lose together, learn together. That's how it is for us.
Yeah, and I think I totally agree with, you guys being the best match for this agency because I think honestly, it's gonna be damn cliche to even say it, but I didn't want to do the podcast until like gaining, like, I guess from you guys being so vocal, it made me feel like I want to do it. And the thing is, like, people don't realize that it actually takes an effort. It's a quite of an effort, but people don't really acknowledge that. And I feel like that should be acknowledged to a lot of people because I do know that there are a lot of people that are very shy, but deep down they're actually quite good in speaking, in public speaking, and all of that. So I think once someone step out, I think they should also be, getting the credit as well. And I think that's something we want to share with everyone out there as well, to give opportunity to, a lot of people out there as well.
Yeah, and I guess that's the same. Like Heidi, remember how we chose our BODs as well?
We just like really, because we don't really know everyone in the class, so we can just like select based on our experience and also go back to their MBTI. Just back to their personality.
Wait,
And
so
also,
is everyone like from the same batch as both of you, or like?
I think yes, right?
Yeah,
All of us are
2019.
final year students, and in PR, in our school, like our very last semester will be internship. So yeah, basically, this is the only semester as a final year students.
Because we only had one semester physically, right? The rest is just
Online.
online. We've never actually met quite a number of our own batches, We've seen people, we have heard of people, and like throughout the semesters we have worked with one or two at most. And this is the first time everyone kind of just merged together.
Class.
Yeah, work as a class as well as like not in our individual groups,
small teams lah. Like we are really working as 37 people.
Yes, that's quite a number.
All right. So before we end this session, could you guys, tell us what's a message that you want to voice out there, as well as what are your hopes for Venturous PR in the future?
Our hopes. I would say like let's put Venturous PR aside for now. Let's just get real deep here. For me personally, is that because we know that this is going to go by batches.
Yeah.
So I want our juniors to come into this module not feeling obligated to do this module, I want them to come in, and I'm pretty sure like Heidi will agree with me as well, is that we want them to come into a space where they can make mistakes. We want them to treat this module or even Venturous PR as their own sandbox where they fall and they can still dust it off and say, okay, I've made my mistake. I will improve myself.
Acknowledge that.
Yes, acknowledge your mistakes. Also acknowledge your wins. Okay, acknowledge your wins, no matter how big or small. Have a very supportive group, and I think Venturous PR have that values instilled within us.
Yeah.
Because if you come out into the industry, it doesn't matter if it's communications, it doesn't matter if it's F&B. If you make mistakes, the stakes are higher. Especially in PR, the stakes are way higher because you're making mistakes not just for the company, you're making mistakes for the brands that you're representing. And that is very scary on its own. So with Venturous PR, we want this to be a platform for our juniors to come in and just make all the mistakes you want, guys. Just do it.
This is the
Please
best
fall
chance.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, please fall down.
Embrace
Let me
the
like
challenge.
clarify. Make good mistakes. Okay? Make good mistakes. Don't make like Yes, please do, because I think a lot of the times people think like making mistakes is wrong. Please don't make mistakes. Like don't do that. Don't instill that sort of mindset, because without
never avoid
mistakes,
that.
without mistakes, you're not gonna have what we have today. In all honesty, so do it. Make your mistakes. Fall as much as you can. Please do. It's a sandbox. You know, you're gonna have a few scrapes here and there, but you're gonna be fine.
All right. So I think we've.
What about you, Heidi?
Oh.
If talking about like what message I wish to tell our like audiences, I would say is because we honestly we have different audiences from different backgrounds, different industries. So the only sentence that I could think of is "ehi pasiko." The word is come from Pali language, and it means just come and see, have a look.
Yes.
You don't have to have any like positive or negative ideas towards us. Just come and see, and you will know who we are, what we do, and whether we are the right choice for you.
Yes.
We are confident with that.
Come and journey with us.
So we've come to the end of this session. Thank you, Jodi and Heidi, for being here. And, this session was honestly so informative and honestly to me as well. And, I hope that the audiences did get some, information and everything that they've wanted to know as well. So please do follow us on our social media pages, because we do update there almost every week. And, stay tuned for the next episode, and stay safe, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.
Please support us. We have more to go.
Yes.